Could Sunderland actually be heading for Europe? We're diving deep into the Howe the Lads podcast and hearing from the writers about the stunning possibility of the club competing in the 2026-2027 season. Is it a realistic dream or a distant fantasy? We break it all down. Then, the transfer market is red hot. Manchester United is reportedly leaping ahead of Arsenal, Madrid, and City for the best midfielder in the country. We've got the inside scoop on who this coveted star is and why Old Trafford might be his next destination. We're celebrating comebacks as Newcastle United women's midfielder Emma Kelly details her triumphant return from injury. After a devastating layoff, she's back and ready to dominate, especially with a massive derby on the horizon. Hear her story. And finally, a controversial England match. With a 1-1 draw against Uruguay, one Newcastle United star was unexpectedly robbed of the headlines while another's goal was overshadowed. We're dissecting the drama and the decisions that left fans talking. Don't miss a second. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Sunderland in Europe, a realistic prospect? That's the question on everyone's lips as fans dare to dream of continental football in 2026-2027. For many, growing up, European nights for Sunderland felt like an impossible fantasy, a testament to the club's incredible resurgence. But are they truly ready for such a challenge? While some writers acknowledge the squad depth struggles experienced this season, there's a palpable trust in the club's ability to recruit effectively, mirroring the successful overhaul that preceded their Premier League return. The potential dip in domestic form is a concern, with historical examples of English clubs struggling under the dual burden of league and European fixtures. Yet, the sheer joy and ambition of experiencing European nights, even in challenging conditions like a freezing Warsaw or a tough artificial pitch, are undeniable. The consensus is a resounding yes to the dream, with the belief that the club's leadership, under Kyril Louis-Dreyfus, has contingency plans for every scenario, ensuring progression rather than distraction. Whether it's a top 10 finish or a European adventure, the club appears poised to handle whatever comes next. A far cry from the panic of previous seasons. Stay tuned, because the drama doesn't stop here, and we're jetting off to the transfer market for a midfield battle that's heating up. Best midfielder in the country is reportedly on the move, and Manchester United is making a bold play. Reports indicate the Red Devils are surging ahead of rivals like Arsenal, Real Madrid, and Manchester City in the race to sign this highly rated talent. With 3 years left on his Newcastle United contract, and an option for an additional year, his future hinges significantly on Champions League qualification. If Newcastle fails to secure a spot in Europe's elite competition, this star midfielder may be looking for a new club as early as this summer. Manchester United, facing the likely departure of Casemiro, sees this player as a perfect fit to bolster their midfield alongside Kobbie Mainoo and potentially captain Bruno Fernandes, who is rumored to have personally backed the move. There's even speculation of a gentleman's agreement allowing a smoother transfer if Newcastle finishes outside the European places, though the Magpies will undoubtedly still command a substantial fee, much like they did for Alexander Isak. But the action isn't just on the men's transfer market. We're heading to the women's game next for an inspiring comeback story. Emma Kelly is back on the pitch for Newcastle United women, and it's a triumphant return after battling a tough hamstring injury. After being sidelined since November, Kelly has been thrust back into the starting lineup for 3 crucial matches in just 8 days, proving her fitness and resilience. She speaks candidly about the devastation of her previous derby experience, where she came on at halftime only to be injured, fueling her determination. Kelly describes feeling stronger, both physically and mentally, and how being thrown straight into the action has been beneficial. She reflects on the team's recent performances, including a frustrating draw and a hard-fought point against strong opposition, highlighting the team's overall satisfaction with their current position. The midfielder emphasizes the emotional roller coaster of the Tyne-Wear derby and the importance of the fans, who she calls their 12th player, providing a massive lift. Despite the heightened emotions surrounding the derby, Kelly and her team are focused on approaching it like any other fixture, putting in the work on the pitch. And speaking of high-stakes matches, an England friendly just delivered a surprising twist, leaving one Newcastle star out of the spotlight. An England friendly ended in a 1-1 draw against Uruguay, but the real story was who didn't make headlines. While Arsenal's Ben White found himself in the thick of it, scoring and then conceding a penalty, Newcastle United's Harvey Barnes was left feeling robbed of his moment. Barnes provided a clever touch to turn a poor corner into a goal, only for White to tap it in from inches out, stealing the goal and the subsequent media attention. The match itself was criticized for its lack of action, with endless sideways passing until the final 10 minutes. Controversial refereeing decisions, including a missed red card for a challenge on Phil Foden and a booking that didn't lead to an expulsion, further marred the game. For Newcastle, Tino Livramento and Lewis Hall played well, but Barnes' anonymous performance, aside from his goal that never was, leaves his international future uncertain. The stark contrast highlights the fine line between making headlines and fading into anonymity in the modern football landscape. That's all the breaking news for now, but stick around for a rapid-fire recap and your chance to get involved. What a show! We covered Sunderland's European aspirations, a massive midfield transfer saga, Emma Kelly's inspiring comeback, and that controversial England draw. Don't miss a moment of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive content, ring the notification bell so you never miss an update, and tell us what you think in the comments below. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for even more behind-the-scenes news.